Greetings everybody, my name is Yarxio and welcome back to another Sword of Justice video. For you guys in today's video, we're going to be going over a step-by-step guide of how to be Heroic Inner, because I know Heroic Inner can get annoying and it is kind of complex. There is a small requirement that you will kind of need, but other than that, this should be really simple and really easy to kind of understand and beat. But if you guys are new to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button, leave a like and comment down below, as it does help out the channel a ton. And be sure to comment down below in the comments if I do miss anything that you guys do see throughout this video, because it helps me out a lot and it helps me notify more things in the future. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. Alright guys, so in this video, of course, this is, Thunderclap. As you guys can see, we start off normal, doing our normal rotation. Everything's going well, right? Of course, laugh at life. You use Tai Chi, of course, and if you're on the claws, you want to get away from the claws. But of course, dodge the Tai Chi, use dodge the pillar or the yin yangs and use Tai Chi, of course, whoever's using it. After that, you just continue on with DPS phase. Now this part here, where when the Zither demons do actually pop up, they hurt. Okay, they really hurt. As you can see on screen, they hurt and they will kill you. So you want to wipe the Zither demons fast as possible. I made a mistake and was just continuing with the DPS phase, but realistically, be sure to kill the Zither demons, because if you don't kill those, they can wipe your whole team. Of course, he does laugh at life again. You just want to use your Tai Chi again. But here's where it gets tricky: the Thunderclap. Okay, so when you're doing Thunderclap, you have to do it in order. You can't skip. You can't just all rush in at the same time. So what I did here was I called out in order, like 1, you're going here, 2, you're going here, 3, you're going here. You will see it in this video, but like I said, you have to do it in order, okay? Because if you don't do it right, you will mess up. So you will see it kind of here. You see where one's going. I'm looking around to see if everybody's going into their right totem. This is very, very important, because if you don't do this right, it will just end everything, and it will wipe. That's the problem that we did have at first, and this was annoying, but we managed to get it down, and it was smooth from there. But once you get into your totems, do not leave that area. You cannot leave that area whatsoever, because if you do leave the area, all the totems will go red, and then your whole entire team will wipe. Okay, that's pretty much the main part of the mechanic. Everything else is simple from there, and it just repeats. But other than that, as long as you get the totems down, it's pretty simple from there. I'll keep this video playing, of course, so you guys can understand, but it's pretty much repeating already from the mechanics that it was going, because this one's is pretty easy, pretty more relaxed, pretty much the same mechanics almost. It's just the totems, right? So you just want to make sure that you're still popping the Tai Chi when yin yang comes up, killing the Zithers when needed, because Zithers will kill your team. That is really, really bad. And just repeat from there. Make sure that you're doing your totems right, because as you can see in the video, my mic is on. I was calling out for the numbers, but yet again, killing these Zithers mean everything, because your team will wipe, and you don't want your team to wipe. So other than that, we went on to Zither phase, back to back, and we just continue smelting from there. But other than that, that's pretty much it of this whole entire video, because of this part of the boss, at least, because this boss was more easy. Okay, this one is more easy and more it's satisfying to fight more than Red Sleeve, honestly, in Heroic, in my opinion, at least. But Red Sleeve is also easy in her own way. But other than that, I'm just gonna let this play out here. I hope you guys do enjoy this part of the boss, but yeah, I'm just gonna let it play out, and you guys can just watch from here until we get to the second boss. All right, now we're gonna move on to the next boss because as you guys can see, we managed to complete it. It was pretty simple from there. So going on to the next boss, let's go. All right, this boss right here, red sleeve, of course, is pretty simple in a way. You know, you still have kind of the same mechs almost, but there's something tricky about this. Okay, so during the dances, normally what we did, we freed the tank last, because what happens is each time the person is freed last during all 3 dances, they get a buff. Okay, so the way how we do this is the tank gets the very first buff, of course, and then, you know, the second DPS gets the second highest DPS gets the second buff, and then the last highest DPS gets the final buff. So as you guys can see, you see people that is marked, such as, you know, Fluffy, Tabata, and MJ. They are marked. Those are the people we save for last. So as you guys can see, we're skipping everybody else and leaving Tabata for last. Of course, this way he gets the buff. The buff is a minor buff, a dance lover. As you can see, he has the buff. Now we continue on to DPS phase, right? It seems fine. Everything is going normal from here. Here, we just dodged this part a lot because, you know, it can one-shot and it hurts. But she also throws out these petals, which also hurts. As you guys can see, it hurts everybody usually. Other than that, we kind of just continue on with the DPS phase, right? Now the DPS phase is pretty still easy. It's pretty more, you know, understanding, because, you know, it's kind of still the same as last, you know, as the very first one. So it's pretty much easy to understand. Other than that, as soon as we get to the Tempest part, you know, it gets easy from there as well. But more Amires do spawn during this as well, and it can spawn up to 2 obsessed Amires, which is also, you know, pretty noticeable. But other than that, you know, use Tai Chi right here. Everything's smooth and sailing from here as well. You know, kill the obsessed Amire as usual, ignore the other ones. Of course, you just continue to dodge, because that's what you want to do, is mainly dodge, you know, her, you know, 3 moves attack, because she's going everywhere, of course. And if you get hit even one time, you're dead. So it's pretty hard to, you know, just maintain your, you know, your dodging, and keep your stamina. As you guys can see, she's doing it again. Next up is Tempest. So, you know, everybody just kind of get ready, but she does the dance first. Okay, so actually what happens here was one of the DPS was out during this, so we decided to go with our 3rd highest DPS, which is Wolfie on the right. So we saved Wolfie for last, and we just killed everybody else, of course. This way, you know, we didn't get confused in any way whatsoever. We just went on to kill what was needed to be killed. And then, of course, Wolfie got the DPS buff, right? After that, everybody went on back to boss phase, and everything went smooth and sailing from there. You know, clearing out Tai Chi with Tai Chi. Other than that, that's pretty fine. No one really died here that much. I think we went, what, 4 deaths or so. I don't know. I don't really remember. But, you know, this is just pretty much how it went. It was honestly pretty smooth, really well. Everybody played their part really well. You know, everybody's dodging, because you get caught by that, you're gonna die, and it's just kind of be hectic. Everybody's playing kind of aggressive but also passive in this. As soon as Amires come up, of course, we don't really go to the Amires unless it's the what is it called, the obsessed Amire. We don't go to the DPS, the Amires after that. Other than that, you know, we just keep it smooth and sailing from here. That's pretty much honestly how this run went. As you can see, Tempest comes up, Tai Chi gets placed down, and everything just repeats. Other than that, this is really how it's supposed to go. You know, just maintain that DPS as well, because your DPS has to be up to like 45 or like 50k. So, you know, some people will require that, but as long as you're also staying alive, doing your part, it's fine. But as long as you're also above, you know, the average DPS threshold, of course. So you want to maintain that DPS. If you can't, then you got to work on your willpowers, your crafting, and your enhancements and traits. As you can see, this is the final dance. MJ is in the dancing this time because, you know, they accidentally forgot to last time. But everything else went smooth and sailing from here, normal as usual. And honestly, this was a really nice run. This was just really a nice run. Now, we do have information already about the third inner boss, so that one should kind of be a little easy as well. Keep in mind it is still going to be challenging for some people, even for us, but we know what to do already, so that's also good. But other than that, yeah, that's really pretty much it of this video. You know, I will leave this in the background just to play, but like I said, this is really simple, pretty easy. As long as your team knows what they're doing, communicating, comms are really good and clear, you will be able to complete this easily. No pressure, no problem asked, right? So other than that, I really think that everything is fine from here. No problems, none of that, right? It's just smooth sailing from here. But yep, that's pretty much it. Actually, we already beat it. If you guys do have any comments or questions, let me know down in the comments as always. But I hope you guys have a nice one. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.